Welcome back, everyone. The next session of Reditus. Let's go over our recap and get right into it. Last session was 106. After Lapidus and Jak recovered from running off the path, a massive, thick-scaled dinosaur charged the group. Lapidus took a heavy blow before wresting control of the beast using sheer force. An ominous growling approached from the east. A whistle cut through the woods. A human female named Pathwalker arrived, silently replacing the rods Elion had previously broken, seemingly calming the beasts. Felix studied the dinosaur during the fight, noticing unnatural purple vein-like structures inside its mouth. Once the new rods were set, the party released the dinosaur and it fled. Pathwalker explained her village serves a god named Obelath, who visits them in dreams and bestows titles, occupations, or letters. Obelath likely holds the living clay that the group seeks, but only the chosen are granted entry. Felix initially felt an intense natural trust in Pathwalker. But Darius had a dispel magic effect on Felix, and since then he had felt an unseen presence watching him. Once that connection broke, Pathwalker became a total stranger to him again. Pathwalker offered to lead the group to her village. Choosing not to arrive in the dead of night, the party opted to stay in a rugged cabin settlement protected by the circle of rods. Following Pathwalker up into the cabin, Felix and Trey watched her stop in the center of the dark room, turn with her eyes closed, dropping her arms by her side, letting her head limply fall to the side. Be right back to see what happens next.
We've mourned our dead, but broken blades can still be drawn. Rise up now, the war's not gone. Darius walks where shadows feed. A debt is owed, a price decreed. Jak rides hard on lightning's wing. No mercy left in anything. Trey calls forth from time unknown.
To bring you guys back in, Felix just kind of cresting the top of the ladder and a Trey right behind it. You can kind of see him peek over as you get the view of Pathwalker standing in the middle of this sort of darkened room right in the centers. Her hands kind of dangle to the side and her head kind of tilts and drops a little bit. Seems completely silent within there as you hear behind you on the ground Darius finishing up his incantation for his hut. Felix, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna immediately, just kind of taken aback when I see this happen. I'm gonna creep up over the top of the ladder, and I just kind of want to keep watching and just gonna like wave to see like she conscious? Like what is going on here? Is she reacting? Like I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna kind of slowly creep towards her while moving like my hand in front of her face.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Trey, as you see Felix kind of like creeping forwards, waving his hand, what do you wish to do?
Yeah, I think that Trey would be very curious. He, certainly taken aback. That's a disconcerting sight to take in. Felix has the confidence to walk up, and Trey doesn't feel like it's necessary to add any extra noise by like creeping up. But I think he'll keep his voice low. Do you think Do you think she's asleep? Is it natural to be like that?
Well, it's not natural for me, or not for her kind anyway. I'm not. Hello? Hello?
And as you're waving in front of her, go ahead and roll investigation for me.
All right. I'm really good at this.
Woohoo! That's always a good thing. Every time we say that, get nails with
Yeah.
one.
A 20.
Woo! Yeah, you're waving, and as you are kind of looking for a reaction, you definitely see, the nasals, her nose flaring just a little bit, and the rhythmic movement of her chest, a slow, deep movement. There's no reaction from her, and you can tell just visually by this that she is asleep. She is unconscious, standing up like this. She seems to give no reaction to your waving.
Well, she's definitely alive, but she's not reacting at all. This could be an opportunity to at least have a look around and see if we can learn anything about these strange people.
Do you think there might be other people here in this small cabin town?
I don't know. I think it's worth the risk to try and find out, though. I don't know what we're walking into following this person.
I think Trey's going to have a look around the room, the immediate area, up high, down low, see if it makes sense for this to be a comfortable position to be in. Is there some sort of magical aperture that casts a sleep spell or something? Is there something in the room that gives meaning to what we're seeing here?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, roll perception for me.
That'll be a 28.
Excellent. That's awesome. Yeah, as you kind of take it all in, watching Felix kind of studying her and her kind of slowly just her chest up and down, you scan the room quickly and you see steps going up the left-hand side to a second floor, which kind of half overhangs the room. And even from where you are, you can tell that there's beds positioned up there. Around here, you see the hearth, dead center of the room at the back. You see table, bowls. You see some seating to the left. You see pictures. You see sketches in frames on the wall. You see it's the same three kind of people repeated. And one kind of grabs your attention being a bit larger. Looks like a family. You see three elves, a male, a female, kind of smiling, arms across each other, and underneath you see a small elven boy kind of jumping up, almost trying to grab the hands above. And you can see that all the sketches, there's about 7 or 8 of these sketches kind of scattered throughout the room in these sort of chiseled out wooden frames. But you can see even from where you are that they are covered in dust. These have been here a long time and not touched for a long time. As you scan the room, you can see on the floor the layers of dust. The majority of the movement within the room is from the entrance to where she's standing. You see some footsteps and dust kind of shimmied off to the side towards the table where the bowls are, and back to the middle. You really see no other activity that shows that if she is the only one here, that she goes anywhere else other than the table to where she's standing to exiting this room.
I don't know if you've seen the same thing that I am, but this place, it seems to be widely disused. I don't think anybody else comes in here. Maybe it's just her.
That would make sense. If she's the only one that walks the path, nobody else has that assignment, maybe, and nobody else is out here. But, I mean, what was this place? If that's all, if she's the only one using it, and all this stuff is here, and she doesn't have any attachment to any of this stuff, clearly it's been repurposed.
Right. I don't think she looks like none of that elven family in those sketches. Maybe we ought to have a look around. If this is the only structure she uses, I expect the other places will be just as covered in dust.
Sorry, just to confirm, DM, there's no other way out of this room, like on this upper level. So it's just the ladder, and then just this room, and the only way in and out is where we came from.
Yes, there are windows on either side, left and the right-hand side of the room, which are closed and have glass with kind of wooden in the middle, but no other entries or exits.
Okay. I'm gonna head over to one of the windows. If there's one closest to the direction that we were traveling on the road, if I can kind of orientate myself to that, if there happens to be a window that would let me see in that direction, and I want to see if I can open a shutter and have a look out this window, even if it's just through the glass. If there's a way to actually open the window all the way, I'll do that. But in any case, I just want to have a look from kind of this elevated level and see if there's anything interesting I see outside.
For sure, yeah. Taking a turn to the left, going to that window is kind of placed underneath where these steps lead up to the upper level, so you head over in that direction. As you do that, downstairs outside, Darius, you completing your ritual, you notice that Felix and Trey have not returned. Do you wish to kind of hold or complete it?
You're muted if you're talking, buddy.
Maybe wrestling his baby right now.
Sorry. Am I allowed to hold? Like, are you going to let me do that? Because I thought once I started casting, that was kind of it.
We are, only because the time has only been a few minutes, and I want to give you this opportunity. It hasn't been 10 minutes, so I want to kind of give you this opportunity if you want to delay and not fully complete the spell.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm going to rest anyway, so, like, worst case, I can hold, and then when they come back, I'll just cast it as, like, an actual spell instead of ritually.
Okay. And Jak, Lapidus, Elion, while you're there, kind of watched Felix and Trey disappear off into the room above, and Darius casting a spell. Lapidus walking back and kind of sitting with the group, being told that he's not allowed up there by a Pathwalker. What do you all want to do while this is going on, if anything? As a reminder to set the scene, when you guys came in, this sort of raised hut on the left-hand side, it's kind of a circular clearing, and you see some about half dozen tents, old tents that kind of ripped and torn. Some branches are stuck through some of them, and a campfire, old campfire, kind of in the middle of the space. Oh, sorry, can you say that again? I had you muted. You must have reconnected.
Yeah. Jak is going to get out the hammocks that he got from the ship, and he's going to lay them out so Felix can mend them when he gets back, so he can utilize them. But he's going to get everything prepped in the area, and he might just start kind of meandering about once he does that, or, well, knowing that Darius is going to cast the spell, he'll wait to go frolic about. But he is going to get out the hammocks and get them prepared to be fixed.
Okay, yeah, perfect. You kind of get some kind of scraps of wood as well, kind of lay it underneath, kind of lay it out straight, try and get it prepped as much as you can. Elion or Lapidus, you want to do anything?
I'd probably just like keep an eye on our new friend. I would probably keep detect thoughts up, just like surface level. I don't want to be intrusive.
So she's out of your view right now, being up on that second level of that hut. You'd have to get a kind of move a little bit closer if you wanted to get a read on her with that.
If I could keep her in eyesight without being too apparent, like too obvious, I would. If not, I would probably kind of stay to the side and observe.
Okay. Just kind of hang with the group because you would really have to kind of go up those ladders to get up to see her.
Then I
So.
would, yeah.
Okay. And Lapidus, after your rejection, coming back to the group.
Yeah, coming down from the ladder, I was just going to wait for Darius's ritual cast to finish, while, I guess, obviously looking towards the forest. I know the rods are what... Well, I guess, did she placed the other rod near us, right? Like, I saw her do that.
When you guys were... when she originally showed up, you know that she placed 2 new rods where Elion had destroyed the previous ones.
So I know that is repelling these beasts. So what I was going to do was wait for Darius's incantation to finish and then leave the hut to walk around and look for others around this camp.
Look for other people or other rods?
No, other rods outside.
Yeah, for sure.
See the perimeter that we have here.
Okay.
That we're working with.
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of wait for him to continue his cast. Felix, as you approach the window, as you come over, you can see that the shutter's already pushed to the side. Just a small clasp on the window below. You kind of flick that open, and you can definitely pull the window kind of outwards and take a look where you came from. If you want to roll a perception for me.
Perception. Let's have a look. That is a 17.
17. Excellent. You kind of peer to the left, heading kind of down the south path where you guys came from. You don't see any movement. You don't see anything. Nobody following. Nothing to set off alarm bells. Just kind of turn to the right, looking to the north. In the far, far distance, you see a small yellow glow. Very much through the trees. A lot north from where you are. But as you kind of like scan around, that's the only thing that really draws your attention. The sky's clear. All you can hear, you hear some small animals around. But nothing else grabs your attention.
Okay, and it's nighttime now as well, right? So it's dark, yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. I'll close everything back up and I guess just kind of have just walk around the room. I'm not really looking for anything specific, I guess. Are there any like drawers or cabinets or anything like that?
Yeah, you can see a set of bookshelves. You can see right from your eye there's no books on them. And beside that, you can see what looks like a cupboard with 4 sets of swinging doors that you can open.
All right, I'll have a look through any cupboards or drawers that I can open.
Okay, sure. Trey, as you're kind of taking things in and you watch Felix go over to this set of cupboards, what do you wish to do?
So when Felix opened that window, we established that outside it was quite dark and we probably couldn't see very far.
It's close to midnight now, yeah.
Yeah, it's super dark. Well, I guess it wouldn't be too terrible for Trey. There probably aren't any light sources. Is it basically pitch black in the room that we're in right now?
It is pretty dark. You're getting some moonlight coming in from the windows on the sides and the entrance behind as the door. There was previously a door, but not there, just a completely open doorway.
Okay. Were there any other structures beyond just the tents at that campsite outside, or is this really the only like actual structure in this location?
This is the only structure, yeah. You've seen the clearing, you've seen the rods kind of circling the clearing and the tents, but no other structures.
Okay. I don't think Trey wants to leave Felix alone in this room right now. If Felix is going to go and start reading through books or whatever, I think Trey will sort of sit cross-legged and start meditating and take a sort of trance-like state. But definitely keeping an ear out. is uncomfortable to leave anybody alone with this person who's acting strangely, but he doesn't think there's a threat here either. So he'll take that trance stance and have a seat probably where it isn't quite so dusty.
For sure. Yeah, you sit cross-legged as you kind of focus in on your meditation, as you kind of keep your eyes locked on Felix and the lady standing in the middle of the room. Felix, as you go over to the cupboards and you open these cupboards, in the top one, you see bowls and plates. You see caked in dust on it. And down below, you can tell the way these shelves are arranged. You see a couple of bits of cloth. You can tell that this is where be some sort of linens or something kept within there. But other than some scraps on the bottom of it, whatever was here material-wise has been completely removed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to look to you in depth. Just kind of seeing everything covered in dust. Like Felix is just going to close everything up, and I'm going to kind of walk over to this woman. So is she standing slumped, or she's like on her? Okay, she's standing.
Yeah, she's standing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna rotate my left bracelet and cast detect magic emanating from it, and just see if there's any kind of magical effect on or around her right now while she's in this strange state.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. As you release the magic kind of sending out, you get a couple of things that you expect to see kind of coming off tray. And just on the edge of it, you can kind of get some of your party members starting to recognize now kind of the shapes and the items you know that they have. As you look at her, though, you don't see any magical aura or anything coming off her. You see a faint, almost kind of like spark or a little glow every few seconds coming from the backpack that she'd set up against the wall with the metal rods that she'd used. See some come off that. But nothing else in the room seems to give anything off for you.
All right. I'm just going to walk up to Trey and just say, nothing in here tells us anything. That woman seems to be alive. I don't know if we should examine her from a more medical standpoint. It's not my area of expertise, but I don't know, like, if there is something wrong with her. It's strange to have this suddenly happen. Trey, I don't know what your background is. I know if you have any medical training from your military time, but anyway, I just might not be a bad idea.
Definitely, once Felix starts speaking, you can see one of Trey's ears kind of twitch. He's actively listening. I think he'll stand up from his squatted position. Well, from what I can see, I don't think that this cabin belongs to this person. It seems to me like somebody could have raised a family somewhere around this area a very long time ago. I don't know if that's still the case now. An elven family, at least from what I can tell, a child. They seem to be happy. So, at least for a time, things could have been normal here. And maybe they still are, I don't know. But, like you said, something don't quite seem right with her. Now, I don't see any injuries. And there have been times where people act a bit strange in response to trauma. They're saying too much, they started to go a bit wacky in the head, yeah. But this is different. I've never seen nothing like this. Even in the worst of cases, this is just different.
We'll have to wait to get answers then. I don't know that there's anything else we can learn here. Might be best to rejoin the others.
I think you're right. I can't help but wonder what that's like to the body of that person, if it's even a person. I don't know what to say, but like you said, there's probably nothing we're going to learn here.
All right, Felix will start making his way back towards the ladder.
Okay. Trey, you following?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head towards the ladder, start kind of heading down. Lapidus. Sorry, excuse me. As you kind of do your perimeter walk, give me a little perception as you check things out on the exterior.
A little perception. You know exactly what it is. -1, so a 7.
7.
7.
Take a look around.
It's dark out, isn't it?
It is pretty dark. You do definitely see rods spaced out a lot closer than what they were along the path. But enclosing this area, so the whole clearing, you can see kind of the break in the path that kind of opens up and goes in a circle around this area. So you can see that whatever was impacting the path is also impacting this area that you guys are in. You kind of take a look past to see if you can kind of take anything in beyond what is past the rods, but with the darkness and the density of the forest, you can't really see much beyond the rods.
Well, I can then. I will pick up Lifebender, put it in front of me in the ground, and touch the tip of it. Ever so. Boop. And I cast Light.
Okay. From the staff itself, or are you illuminating something with the end of it?
I'm just going to, because it's a touch, so it's so it's the end of Lifebringer.
Sure. All right. Yeah, you lit this up. As you do, the group behind almost immediately blinded by this immense light coming out of nowhere. You look over, you just see the shadow of Lapidus kind of cast over you all. As for a second, Lapidus, as you do light this up, you see the glow of 2 deep purple eyes off in the distance quickly dart away about 30 feet out. You hear a slight rustle immediately after.
I'm going to point Lifebinder in the direction of the rustle.
Yeah.
The full length.
Okay. Yeah, you reach it out and as you kind of like move around a little bit, give me another perception, please. Now you have some light.
The light is just a little bit too bright for Lapidus because he rolled a 3.
Excellent. Love it. As you kind of reach out, illuminating the spell a little bit more, trying to push out further, you reel back. You have to winch your eyes, like, oh, too much. Kind of pull your head back a little bit. You don't see where these eyes went. You don't see anything else within the trees. You see they were about 3 feet off the ground and about a foot apart, but you see nothing else.
My retinas. I extinguish light.
Okay.
Or oh wait, can I? Yeah, I could cover it, but no, I'll just extinguish it. And I'll walk back to the group to go rest.
Okay. Yeah, as you're walking back to the group, you see Felix and Trey coming down the ladders, arriving back at the group. As Darius completes his ritual with everybody nearby, you all see this kind of familiar globe start to form. Darius, anything specific about the hut?
Actually, no. I'll just make it like completely translucent, since we're indoors anyways.
Well, you're in a clearing right now.
Oh, we stayed outside. Okay, then yeah.
Yeah.
It'll actually just look like a bush, like a round bush.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, as you guys peek your head out and you just see like this random round bush in the middle of this clearing about 10 feet away from an old campfire.
Just a little shrubbery.
So you guys are all now together within the hut. What do you wish to do?
Jak, seeing Felix back, would point out, I set out those hammocks that I cut down, if you would be willing to take a look at them and touch them up. And as he's talking, he's digging through his bag, as he's pulling a torch out, as he's going to get a fire set up and reignited the old-fashioned way, as he walks over. And then I'm going to kind of take a look around, and then when we're ready to sleep, we can do that. No rush.
Yeah. Felix will just nod and say, "Yeah, Jak, I can have a look at those now, and I'll get them fixed up tonight." Listen, everybody. Something obviously strange is happening with this woman, and whatever her people are or whatever they're doing. I don't know what we're walking into tomorrow. We all need to be really cautious.
Did she do anything else? You guys were in there for a few minutes.
She's standing unconscious, like she's like slumped over, but on her feet. Nothing magical that I can detect. She's alive. Seems to be in good health still, as far as Trey or I can tell.
Hearing any of this description, would Jak, with his immense knowledge at his age, would there be anything that he could think of or recollect? Read a book, heard a story
About like human behavior like that?
Yeah, just like hearing it and being like, I don't know, or maybe this.
Give me either a history or a survival check. Your choice.
Survival, you say?
Both will get you different responses.
Oh. 11 for survival.
11.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
Excellent. You think back, almost like flipping the pages of a little notebook in your mind as you kind of go through a catalog of like beasts, monsters, like even bandits that you fought. You're just flipping through everything, and nothing rings a bell as to what would make this type of behavior happen. Nothing's connecting for you.
Yeah, it's out of my league scope of knowledge. So maybe somebody ask a doctor.
I don't know that it's even medical. It could be tied to whatever happened to me before. It was something in my mind. I'm still not sure what it was. Perhaps the same affliction affects this woman, but more deeply, especially if she's been here for a long time and been a part of this society. Whatever that feeling was, it made me firmly believe with all my being that woman was my friend, and more my friend than even you, Jak, which doesn't even make sense. We don't know her. What could cause something like that? And whatever it is, it could be causing whatever her behavior is as well.
I guess the only thing that would make sense is magic. I know Darius has said things to people, and they do things they don't want to do. They go directly against what they were told to do or have felt it their whole life. I've seen Darius sway the common shopkeeper or things of that nature, but I feel like it's a different type.
Is everyone still in the hut?
Yep.
Yeah. I have my own natural persuasion where I don't need to use magic, but you're right. But there is limitations on it. Like, you can't ask someone to hurt themselves or to do something that would directly oppose their inner morals. Like, if it doesn't make sense to them, the spell will fail. So you have to be very careful on how you do it.
But there's also been spells we've come across that have turned us against each other in the mines. I remember when we got down there, I immediately lost control of my own senses and ended up fighting you guys. So I know whatever it is, maybe it is this upbringing and the way, maybe it's a race thing, maybe it's something special that they do, and who knows what's happened since the cataclysm or the return of magic to this island. I don't know many islands that have large dinosaurs on them, but maybe this is the way they've adapted to surviving out here. I don't know.
By becoming a hive mind. I mean, I don't know if that's what it is, but if something's controlling her, it stands to reason it might be controlling more than just her.
But if anything happens like that again, even though Felix was pretty aware when I tried to hit him. By the way, I'm sorry I tried to hit you. I thought I'd slap you out of it. And you are still nimble, even when you might not be all there. And immediately dodged me and then accused me of being the problem.
I mean, of course I hold no grudge, Jak. He recognized there was something wrong. Clearly there was. I'm grateful that you tried to break its hold on me, whatever it was.
Next time I'll pinch you instead of slapping you. But
At least you didn't try to poke me in the eye with a blade. Atlas tried to do that to somebody once.
good old Atlas, 0 to 100. That one. But
in any case, if it is some kind of magic, it's not any kind that I'm familiar with, not any kind that I can see or detect. Of course, that doesn't mean that it's not magical in nature, but if it is, it's something completely invisible to my senses.
Oh, sorry, Elion, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't remember if I asked this last session, but do I have any in my travels or readings come across a magic that would kind of fit this situation?
You didn't. No, you didn't ask that. You can roll an Arcana for me.
Uh, 14. Hold on. I'm unprepared. I hit the wrong person up.
For all your other D&D campaigns that you play, you have your other
I have
characters.
two other characters. I had written all up. Arcana is so that's 22.
22, amazing. Okay. Yeah, so you start to try and think back and try to make some connections. And you are aware of magics that would subdue a subject or take control or make them complicit or calm their emotions. You're definitely aware of different things that could cause this type of behavior. However, it's not connecting for you. With having had your detect magic spell, still active when she had arrived, and noticing that there was no magic emanating from her mind or anything like that, you can't quite piece together how any of those magics could be affecting her without it showing up for you.
Okay. I will not say a word then.
Okay.
So useful.
Jak would continue. I guess my only concern is she was pretty adamant about. You see Jak's head kind of dip down for a second and kind of sigh, and then he shrugs his shoulder and he kind of puts his head back up. That though I may be dumb as a beast, there are others that are like that. And what if we're more susceptible to that? Meaning Trey and Felix are going to be the main push in this. If something happens, it's going to be up to you guys, because what if the rest of us go down immediately? Because we're no better than whatever we fought today.
Just have to proceed with caution tomorrow. That's all we can really do. We need to go this way, right? To accomplish what you all came here for?
Yeah, the living clay. Whatever this is going to do for Varys. What it's going to do for Elion.
This is the priority right now.
Then we have no choice but to continue on and to follow this woman for now. We just have to be cautious. And we just have to remember the things that we've learned. You know, if things go awry, we have options. If they're using these devices, like these rods or something similar, to ward off the beasts of the island, then if we face a situation where we're outnumbered, we could always just turn our attention to destroying them and create some chaos. Maybe slip away in the aftermath.
Especially if those rods are secure at the ship or near the ship, then we have a fallback point and numbers. If things start to go bad, I could send Reen to prepare people, or we probably have a sending stone to talk to somebody there.
With that in mind, we should probably warn them about the state of things. This woman, her people, they should keep a low profile. I think it's best that we don't share that anybody else came with us. I don't know how extensive their intelligence is in terms of surveilling the island beyond this path and whatever is further north of here, but it would be ideal if they don't know about our friends back at the ship.
I think that's a good idea, because we really don't know how long we're going to be here. We could be here a day. We could be here for weeks or a few months or even a year. Who knows how long it's going to take them to get that ship back to sailing ready. And we don't know how long it's going to take us to retrieve this clay. So I don't want to... I do think we need to inform the group, but I don't think we need to worry them yet.
Well, maybe it would make sense to do it sooner rather than later. Picture this. Somebody gets a bit uncomfortable at camp. Maybe needs a break from all the action. Somewhere to get some fresh air. So they go outside. They get a bit scared by the rod. They find themselves in the forest. Well, then they won't be protected. I think that we need to at least tell them not to leave the camp. Or to be wise when they do. I'd hate to find somebody going out and meeting a dinosaur when they're not prepared.
It's fair.
who has the means to get in touch? Darius, right? You can reach out to Jonas and relay the information.
I can, but not right now.
Don't you have your stone?
No magic can penetrate this dome.
I see. Well, then we'll have to do it.
And I
first thing
fire
in
an
the morning.
Eldritch Blast, and it just hits the wall.
It just ricochets forever.
It kills everybody.
Well, this is going to be an awkward night.
She wakes up, comes. We're all just dead in a pile.
All stacked on top of each other. All right, well, I want to take a look around as Jak lights a torch. So I'll be out. If you hear me scream, I don't scream. If you hear me yell, you can come running, or if anyone wants to accompany me, you're more than welcome to.
I just imagine Jak's scream is the Wilhelm scream.
Wait, so how does it work? Sorry, above table, we can leave the...
Yeah, now that it's
Yeah,
cast, you
everybody
can
but
leave,
me can
except
leave,
for
as long as
Darius.
you were in it when I casted it.
Oh, okay. And then you can come back?
Yeah, you can come and go as you please. If you're in it when I cast it, you have free reign.
Okay.
I want the mansion. It's better because I can come and go too at that point.
Well, if you plan on leaving, I can only imagine that you plan on staying on the path, because if you get too close to the rods, it's going to be bad, yeah?
I guess I was just going to go around, make sure everything's clear one more time.
It is not.
See? Precisely.
I can clear it for us.
You can clear it for us. What do you mean?
I go outside. Stand up. I walk back to the side that I saw the rustling.
And Jak will follow
Here, follow.
Lapidus out. He's gonna like look at everybody and be like, and just walk out.
Okay.
I'm going to take Lifebinder again.
Mhm.
Stick it in the ground. And cast 60 feet away. Daylight.
Okay.
That's a loud spell.
So I did it the full range.
Okay. Yeah. So you're emanating it kind of in the sort of into the dense forest area.
Yes. It's going to shoot from Lifebinder out like a little ball of wispy. Pew! And then boom!
Okay.
Like a nuclear ball of light.
But silently.
But silently.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So as you unleash this, and Jak seeing this kind of for the first time, this little small mote that's almost like a bead, a pearl, kind of like just shoots out into the darkness, disappears for just a second, and then you see this massive light emanating, this large spherical light illuminating the entire area to the east of the camp. At Lapidus, you know this is where you heard the rustling and kind of seen the eyes. With this light, even with this light emanating, as you look around, you don't see any animals. No small birds, no small animals, no eyes. You don't see any movement. Roll a perception for me, please.
My most proficient skill. 7s all day, baby.
Excellent. You glance a little bit deeper, kind of squint your eyes a little bit. You
Still
see
too
no
bright.
remnants of what was there before. You're not even quite sure if you're in the right spot.
Well, it's not here anymore. And,
Well, everybody knows we're here.
well, still gotta find it. and I'll walk to the west side of the camp.
Jak is going to go the opposite direction of Lapidus. As he goes one way, he's going to go the other. And Jak is going to take a peruse around, checking tree high, ground level, in between. And he's also going to do a check of the sky if he can. Best he can.
Okay. So this clearing, kind of along the edge of this clearing where these rods are beyond that is where the tree line and the dense brush kind of starts. So did you want to just visually from where you are look at these things, or are you actually going tree high up into the trees?
About how far away is it from the camp?
It's only about 10 feet from where these rods are placed to the edge of the forest. It looks like, as you kind of scan around, it looks like they're almost exactly 10 feet away. Like it looks like they're purposely put at a certain distance from the edge of the forest.
Okay, yeah, Jak will get in the tree. He'll get tree high, take a look around. So if I'm understanding this right, he is leaving
The protection of the clearing. Yeah.
Yeah. Then yes, he is going to do that. He's not going to stray further than that. Just to let you know.
Excellent. Yeah, as you kind of proceed out there, Lapidus, you start heading towards the western side of the camp. Is anybody else want to do anything at this time?
Felix is just tinkering away at fixing up those hammocks using his mending, so he'll be working on that right now.
Okay, perfect.
I'd probably take this opportunity to journal a little bit. I haven't done it in a while.
Okay, excellent. And Trey?
Yeah, with the other guys kind of checking things out, I think Trey will let them do that. He's confident that they can be diligent and do things well. So he'll go back to that trance meditation. It seems like nobody's really trying to sleep right now, even though it'd be a time to. So I think Trey's going to try to grab rest while he can, while still remaining somewhat vigilant.
Okay, perfect. And Darius, obviously somewhat limited, but do you want to do anything while you're in the hut?
I'm just going to start my rest, because, I can't do much anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You prop your bed, roll up, and snuggle in. Lapidus, you get to the other side. What do you wish to do while you're there? Just take a look out, or?
On the way here and here, I'm listening for more rustles of the bushes.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception. 7.
2.
Even
Lord,
better.
put that dice low.
I am not rolling good.
Yeah, you kind of turn your ear, and as you're walking over to the other side, and you're pretty sure you hear rocks like kind of kicking, dirt kind of moving a little bit. As you get to the edge and puzzled, and you look and you see your massive footprints, and you're like, yeah, that was me. Yeah.
Well, I'm basically across from my light source, I would hope. So I will do the same thing on this side and cast daylight one more time out into the woodsy, dino and filled forest.
So to give you kind of just a kind of refresh kind of the position of this. So walking to the west of this kind of a circular enclosure, that would sort of head you over towards kind of the path that you came from. So probably about 40 feet from, if you were to cast it here, we'd almost be hitting the path that was heading north.
So yeah, then I would have to be more north.
Yeah.
I'll go northwest.
Okay.
North.
Send it
Specifically northwest north.
Northwest north, not north,
if you're a
northwest,
sailor,
north.
No.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep. Okay. And I will cast it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you go up there, and again, you reach out and illuminate the area. Go ahead and roll a perception for me.
I love these. 2!
Amazing.
I am not going to be using this dice anymore.
Yeah, you look out and you are confident, absolutely beyond belief, that there is no danger out there. It is clear. There's no movement. Nothing's been here in a long time. You know that you are good to go.
Lapidus is satisfied with that, and he will head back to the hut for his nap.
Okay, excellent. You start heading back, noticing all the rocks that you kicked along the way.
Job's well done.
Jak,
Well done.
you move outside the area of the rods to scale the large tree that is just to the east. Roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy. Just what I'm excited about. That is a 14 on the die, and I get a +3, so 17.
So you cross past the area where the rods are, seeing this large oak tree. You kind of eyeball a few branches. You feel it'll be pretty easy to get yourself up to the top of this. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics, please.
There we go. It's a 19 on the die, +8, so 27.
Amazing. With no issue whatsoever, you hop up, boom, 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 kind of flip backwards unnecessarily to the next one, scramble your way up, flip up onto the top. And in no time, you have a vantage point from the top of this oak tree. You very easily see the group down below in the circular bush in the middle of the clearing. From here, you can even see what Felix and had explained. You can see right directly into through the doorway, and you see the figure of the Pathwalker just standing, just motionless in the middle of the room, arms at the side. Roll a perception to see what you see beyond.
Creepy. That's a 16 on the die, +6, 22.
Amazing. So far to the north. Well, first of all, to the north, east, the northeast north. You northwest north. You see a flash of light. As you can see, Lapidus cast another light spell, just lighting up that area. But beyond that, to the far north, you can tell from your vantage point that there is a flame quite far to the north. But gauged on the map that you've seen and where this is, you're gauging that's probably where the village is, putting two together. And as you scan around to the far west, every once in a while, you see something large block out the blinking stars off in the west. Can't quite tell what it is, but every now and again you see some of these stars just kind of flicker out and back in again. And as you turn off to the east, looking further out, a little bit closer to the camp, you see two sets of purple eyes off in the distance, maybe 150 feet away, not moving, hunched down to the ground. You can see one of them with that perception. You can see a large, almost wolf-shaped figure, but it looks unmoving. From the size, bulk, and shape of it, it looks like it's laying down. And there's two of these side by side.
And they're looking towards us.
You can see their eyes, but they look like they are not necessarily looking in a direction. Yes, they are facing you, but they don't seem intently looking in direction. In fact, with your knowledge of beasts and behaviors, they don't look to be in any type of defensive or aggressive stance whatsoever. By their posture, you can even tell how when Reen lays down to relax, you can tell by that posture that they are relaxed right now.
Okay. Yeah, if Jak gathers that much, he will feel okay with that, and he will leap from the tree, down the tree, and then back inside. Now, the Pathwalker, they went into a room. Is there any other place, like a building or anything like that?
No, other than the raised cabin and the tents, there's no other like structures or anything within this clearing.
So there's the only single cabin.
Yes.
Okay. I think Jak would start going through the tents. If they are like large or just to see what's inside of them, he'll probably check inside each tent.
Okay. Yeah, you start poking through those. Does anybody want to do anything specific while Jak's rummaging around outside? Other than what everybody was doing already?
Felix is gonna wrap up with the fixing up the hammocks and doing the work that Jak wanted. It's pretty simple, so he gets through it in a timely manner, and then he's gonna take out his new tool that he got from Jonas and kind of open up his pack and just start tinkering with various things and making some notes. And for those that traveled with Felix before, this would be a familiar sight. Sleep is usually late for him as he kind of obsesses over his work and his inventions. And for somebody like Trey, if he happens to come out of his trance at some point that would see it, this would be a new sight for him. But yeah, Felix just seems kind of wide awake and just very like almost in his own kind of trance as he works away on his stuff.
Okay, awesome. And Elion's still scribbling away, journaling.
Yeah. I think I would probably want to reach out to Darius again. Just kind of are you listening?
Always.
Has there been any word from our other friend?
There has not, and I hope there is not again.
What do you make of our situation right now?
It seems that she may have the answers that we are looking for.
Any idea how her powers work? She seems to have almost taken control of Felix. I've not seen anything like that before.
He was affected from the boat. I don't believe it was her.
What do you think it was?
I don't know. Something happened on that boat.
How do you suggest we figure it out? I think it's important. It seemed like whatever affected him was affecting her as well. It seems like it was the same.
It seems connected, but different somehow. Perhaps we should just ask.
What, ask her?
And Felix.
Well,
Perhaps he's not telling us everything.
I don't even know what to say.
He protected us once, but we don't know his true motivation.
How do I figure that out? I just ask him if he's working against us. Is that what you're implying?
Ask him what happened. What made him react like that? Is he hiding something or is he telling the truth?
It seems like he doesn't know either from what I've heard him say. Do you not get that feeling as well? It seems like he's trying to figure it out too.
Perhaps we should push deeper.
I haven't had much luck doing that. I don't know if I'm strong enough to do that without being noticed or hurting him.
Then we follow the woman for now.
Oh, okay.
As you're having this conversation, like if you happen to look over at Felix while you're hearing like these suggestions, you just see Felix like happily working away on his tools, kind of like coming into himself. Like,
Maybe you should ask him. I'm not really good at this stuff.
He might get a little startled if I do it.
Right. Okay, we'll follow her. Just, let me know if you think of anything that could help. This is partly we're here because of us, so I feel like you need to help more.
When the time is right, we will help as much as we need to.
Is there any way to make your voice sound less creepy? It's very villainous. It's hard to trust you when you sound like that.
Perhaps if I had my own body back, I could try something different.
Yeah, I mean, it would probably help. Like making friends and stuff. All right,
There will be time for such things.
All right. I guess I should get some rest.
Indeed. See you soon.
I'm gonna finish up a little bit and close my book. I'm gonna lay on my side, my book under my head, almost like a pillow, and I'm gonna be facing Felix, and I'm gonna watch him as long as I can before my eyes close.
Okay. Jak, you were heading back to the group, right?
Checking tents first.
Sorry, yes, checking tents, exactly. Yeah, so absolutely, give me an investigation as you kind of like flick your way through these tents.
Yes. A natural 1 for a total of 5.
It is so dark. Even with the torch you have lit and the shadows flickering between the old mud and such inside, it is so hard to tell if there's even anything in there. You're having a hard time. You're thinking maybe you wait till daytime. You're just not seeing anything of use right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, if there was any animal in here, it's probably gone. And Jak will make his way back into the bubble. Upon entry, he'll like douse his flame. See Felix back to tinkering like he was used to seeing. Kind of smile to himself. And see if has everybody else gone to sleep? Is it just Felix up?
Trey is currently kind of in his meditative state. You see Elion kind of like almost asleep, eyes kind of squinted, just kind of in Felix's direction. Darius already out. Lapidus is out as well.
Yeah. Jak walks in, kind of takes the room, nods at Felix, even though Felix probably doesn't see it. Nods at Trey, understanding he's in his trance, and he'll go over to Darius and just kind of, not weirdly, but just look at him for a few seconds, just make sure he looks okay. And if everything looks okay, he's going to go sit probably 5 to 10 feet away from Felix, and he's just going to sit legs crossed and just kind of watch Felix as he calls Reen behind him, kind of leaning like up against her, still standing up, and he's gonna just watch Felix be passionate about being a nerd until he inevitably falls asleep.
Okay. Standing up.
He's sitting like cross-legged.
Okay, yeah.
And he's leaning against Reen a little bit, but then once he like fully like gives out, he'll just like basically sleep on Reen.
Okay, gotcha.
But he's gonna, his attempt is to stay up as long as Felix does, just to watch him work.
For sure. And yeah, you definitely take this in, Felix, as you're kind of working away, corner of your eye, and you kind of see Jax with his little smile and kind of checking everybody in, and cross-legged, kind of leaning against Reen, his eyes kind of like starting to flutter, kind of starting to fade out a little bit.
As is generally the case, Felix just works away and gets more and more drowsy as time goes on until he eventually just falls asleep on top of a notebook.
Awesome. So as you all take in sleep, and the night takes you all in the safety of Darius's hut, which some of you very, very familiar with by now, feeling that security, knowing that nothing can get in, and the curious wonderings of what's happening in the village next, what's coming for you all. I want you all to roll a d20 for me.
I got a 7.
Okay.
16. 16.
Okay.
Jak rolled a 14, or I rolled a 14.
Got a 12 for Elion.
I got a 9 on a die that can be a dragon.
Nice. I got 15. I'm feeling this new dice.
So, Trey, you open your eyes, slowly open your eyes, kind of completing your meditative state, kind of taken in, and you see all of your friends asleep. You see Elion laying down, and Lapidus. You see Jak kind of against Reen, but down. You see Felix asleep, face kind of smushed into his notebook. And Darius still asleep. What do you do?
I think Trey, seeing everybody's going to take on restful sleep at this point, I think Trey is going to get a curiosity about him. He's unsettled. He can't quite come to terms with what's happening here, and he won't let himself take on that restful sleep. Although the trance is good enough, it just doesn't, something's not right. I think he's going to get up, kind of walk around the bubble just a little bit, just to make sure everyone's secure and that they're going to be restful. And I think he'll get some fresh air outside that bubble. And I think he's going to be eyeing that structure where the pathwalker is still limp, like a marionette hung up for the night. And I think he's just going to stay vigilant.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, as you take everybody in and kind of do a little walk around the interior of the hut, making sure everything is good, and you take a step out of it, and you can see, the sun has crept up. Gauging time, you're guessing maybe like 4 a.m., something like that. Light is creeping up. You take a look up, and you can see, even from your angle where the hut is, you can see Pathwalker still standing there, arms by her side. Roll a perception for me.
21.
Amazing. As you're looking around, trying to take everything in, making sure the area is secure, you immediately glance over your shoulder. You don't see anything. As you kind of resume your walking around, all of a sudden, to your left, you spin around again. Nothing there. You don't see anything. Just a strange feeling that there's somebody watching you, but you can't quite pin down where. It's just this very strange, uncomfortable feeling. Somebody watching you. But as you do your rounds, you look out, you don't see any dangers from the forest. You don't see anything above from the sky. Everything looks peaceful. The only sounds you hear are from small animals to the west of the camp.
I think Trey is going to pay particular attention to the sun as it rises and as it reveals the skyline, what it touches. If it can see the village out there, I think he'll spend a while just sort of watching, knowing that something's not quite right, but it isn't obvious what it is either.
Did you, so from where you are right now, the tree line is quite high. Did you want to get any height, like up on the structure or anything, to try and look for the village, or kind of stay where you are and take in what you can?
I think if Trey can find a spot that would make sense to elevate to get a better view, I think he would try that.
Yeah.
I know there's that tree that I expect to see, a tree that maybe would be a good option. The structure itself maybe would be an okay option. I'm not sure whichever looks like it would make the most sense to Trey.
So around the outside, there are numerous trees of good height. The structure itself, though, being of your military mind and wanting to stay also secure while everybody's asleep, knowing that this is a secure area, the height of the structure itself is almost equal to the trees. So you would ascertain that would be just as a good a point as any tree, and safe too.
Right. Yeah. I think Trey would find himself. The curiosity just is gripping at him. I think he'd go up the ladder. I think maybe is curious to listen a little closer to the pathwalker and just be nearby to just. It was so strange how the pathwalker came to be inactive, and he wonders if it'll be equally strange when the pathwalker becomes active, and a piece of him was curious to be there for it. But in addition, as the light source changes and we're able to see farther out, I think Trey will find himself sort of just watching, just seeing what comes to light as the sun rises over the tree line.
For sure. Okay, give me an acrobatics as you kind of scale up the side of the building.
Got an 11.
11. Okay. So yeah, getting up the ladders is no problem, but as you try to kind of make your way up this side, not as smooth as you would like. In fact, making a lot of noise, trying to scramble your way up the side of this thing. But you do get to the roof. Roll a perception for me.
It looks like a 14 for perception.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of being on the roof, this structure being so old, being very kind of delicate up there, and you can see there are splits in the wood in the roof. And as you kind of like are watching kind of where you step, where you position yourself, you can actually still see down underneath. You can see her still standing in the middle, having a little bit of a gap there. You can see that she's still in the exact same spot as you left her. As the sun's rising up, you get a view of the mountains way to the west, the northwest of where you are. You see the shining of the water to the east, which really grabs your attention. It's almost like a mirror that is just set across the horizon, just glinting and shining. To the east, far to the east, probably about 200 feet, maybe even further away, you see two large beasts, unmoving, curled up together. Sort of gray fur in color. You see these purple kind of strands throughout the fur. You see the tails that are curled around each other that are split into 7, 8, maybe 9 different little sections. These small little looking, almost like little flowerets on the end. Just peaceful. You believe they're asleep. You don't see them moving really whatsoever. Scanning further around to the west, you see this huge body of water in the middle of the land. And you can't make out what is there, but you can see large things moving in the distance. You can't quite make out what it is, but you know there's movement far to the west by that body of water. And as you take it all in, as you look to the north, you can't see where the village is, but you do see smoke rising far to the north. And, putting it together from the map that was shown and the direction you were going, it's a safe bet for yourself that that's probably where the village is. But you don't hear anything else. Some small animals off to the west beyond the path that you guys walked in on, but it seems very peaceful.
Okay. Yeah, I think just the amount of time set in peace and silence, I think Trey will feel, I don't know, a bit betrayed by the concern that he feels. He keeps reminding himself that something isn't quite right, but everything just seems perfect. It seems like it would have been a perfect time to relax. And any other places would have been a nice vacation. It doesn't feel like that right now, though.
As you take this in, and a little bit of time goes by, and Darius, your eyes kind of flicker open. Can't take it in. You can see that Trey is gone, but the rest of the group seems to be still asleep within the hut.
How much time has passed?
We'll say 7 hours and 55 minutes.
Okay, cool. All right, everyone, it's time to wake up.
You all hear this. Except for Trey.
What time is it? I must have dozed off.
I mean, I don't know what time it is, but it's obviously not been 8 hours because the dome is still here.
Right. Okay. Do I feel
Felix
rested?
kind of opens his eyes and just looks like at a small timepiece that he was working on, and like half opens his eyes and goes, "I got 5 more minutes, Darius," and closes his eyes.
And I dispel the dome.
Right. Well, can I get up and I rub the side of my cheek, ridges from the imprint of my book that I know all too well from sleeping on it many times before. I just kind of rub it out and all right. Do I feel rested?
Yes, you may all mark off a short rest. I mean, long rest.
I was like, what a twist!
Time works differently.
This
here
place is
too.
the reverse of Gar's lounge. 16 hours for a long rest.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I kind of stretch out. All right, well, what's next?
I guess we need to see if our friend is awake. As Jack's kind of like leaning up, stretching. Sits up, pets Reen for a minute. I don't think I'm allowed up there, so if Felix is gonna nap for another 5 minutes, Trey, you might want to go up there.
So you don't see Trey.
Does he doesn't see Trey at all, even with the dome down?
No, not where Trey is, up on the top, on the roof of the thing.
Oh, okay. Jack looks around. Felix, when you wake up, you might want to go check on our friend.
One of Felix's bracelets starts to like very like quietly like vibrate, and Felix is like, starts to get up and pack things up.
Okay.
DM, we passed dawn, right? Essentially, like the time of day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lapidus, you hear this ruckus going around. Are you sleeping, or are you getting up?
And like you just hear like this cracking of snapping wood.
Oh, nice.
And he stands up. Eyes still shut.
Okay. Okay, and at this time, Trey, you can kind of hear the ruckus going on from your group waking up. As you kind of corner of your eye, you can see Felix kind of starting to pack up, and everybody kind of starting to move around. And then something catches your attention. The corner of your eye, and you look the path that is only a few hundred feet where it kind of turns off into this clearing. You see 4 figures walking down. You see them in a very similar garb to what the female before was wearing. You see 1 man, you see 3 women walking down the path towards the clearing. I'll be right back to see what happens next after our break.
Oh.
All right, welcome back. So as we left off, the ATLADS had finished their long rest within the camp that the Pathwalker brought them to. She just finishing her rest within the raised hut in the clearing. Trey had perched up on top, kind of taking in the morning, waiting for everybody else to wake up and just make sure everybody stays protected. And everybody's gathering their belongings. He notices 4 figures about 150 feet out to the north path, heading towards the clearing. Trey, what do you wish to do?
Being atop this roof, perched ever so delicately like the morning rooster, I, seeing these 4 people, I believe they're coming towards us. Trey, at first, is going to spare a glance downward to see if the Pathwaker has roused.
Yeah, you take a glance down, and as you glance down, almost in that moment, you see her head slowly move up and just start walking towards the exit to the room. Apologies, let's recon that. She starts walking to grab the backpack from the corner of the room, sling it on, and then start walking towards the exit to the room.
Okay. I think Trey's probably going to hop down, seeing that she's awake, and try to meet her at the exit.
Yeah, absolutely. Easily done. Yeah. You just kind of slide on the side, kind of hop down as she's walking out, and she just kind of just takes you in.
I think before she can make it to the... Basically, Trey's trying to get in a word before she gets to a position where she can visually see the other people coming.
Okay, yeah. Give me an acrobatics.
Oh, dang it. That's a 10.
10. Yeah, you kind of try to slide down and flip down as she's walking out, and you kind of bump her on the side as she hits the sort of exit. Not looking over to the path, but drawing attention by this ruckus. You almost push her over. She kind of stumbles a little bit, grabbing tightly onto the backpack and looking, excuse me, what were you doing?
Oh, my apologies. I hadn't meant to come down quite so indelicately, but I was curious, seeing that you're awake. Do you expect to have company?
It's not expected, but always welcomed.
Certainly. You'll have each of us, but do you expect to meet anybody else from your settlement?
I don't expect so. Nobody walks the path but me. Gatherers or hunters have their areas.
And you're certain of that?
Yes. I'm certain of everything I say, or I would not say it if I was not.
Then I believe it's my responsibility to inform you that some people are coming down the path. And if you don't expect them, and they don't have the name Pathwalker, then that means they're intruders.
Possibly. Are there more of your group that are not with us? Those would be intruders.
Curious. Maybe it's best for me out with my group. And Trey won't waste any time. He'll immediately disengage and go to be with the other guys.
Okay. Yeah, you break off and start heading down. As you're kind of all packing up and get gathered, you all notice kind of Trey hop down, have a quick conversation with Pathwalker, and then start heading down the ladders. What's everybody doing?
Are we following him then?
Can't let him go on his own.
Yes, I think we need to stick with the Pathwalker.
Right, okay. Well, I'm going to fire a message to Trey. Are we expected to follow you, or are you guys doing something?
I thought Trey was coming back towards us.
Yeah, he is. He's coming down the ladders like...
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I
Pathwalker.
thought the ladder was like them leaving. Like they were going down a ladder to leave.
Sorry, no, they're kind of up on a platform. He's
Okay,
coming down the
okay,
ladder
never
to come
mind.
back to you.
Forget everything I just said.
Yeah, I was confused. Felix is just gonna finish getting his stuff packed up and just make sure everything's all set, and he's geared up, and he'll sling his pack over both shoulders and just kind of stand kind of ready and look around and see, like, all right, are we ready to continue?
At this
No,
point,
I'm ready.
Trey, you're about 10 feet away from the group on the ground now.
About 10 feet. So that's really, really close. Okay. I think Trey will come into a comfortable conversation, and he'll try to get there. I don't expect that he'll be so quick as to completely be outside of the earshot of the Pathwalker, and he's no real interest in trying to make it such that she can hear nothing, but he does try to be as quiet as possible as he speaks to the group. I'm not quite sure what to make of what I just saw, but there are people headed this way from along the path. I saw as the Pathwalker woke, and I tried my very best to get to the Pathwalker before they saw the people on the path. As I understand it, the Pathwalker does not expect these people to be coming. I don't know what to make of that.
Better be ready for anything then.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I
I
like
don't really
stare at
know what
Felix.
to expect here. Sorry, Adam. What were you saying?
I agreed with Felix.
Fair.
Jak is going to reach in his bag and he's going to pull out 3 more of his nice arrows, and he'll put them in his quiver.
You all see the Pathwalker just slowly, no rush whatsoever, making her way down the ladder towards the ground.
Morning.
As she turns, it is indeed morning. Shall we leave now?
Astute.
Yeah, I suppose we shall. I think there are some people coming up the path, though. Do you know who they are?
No, I'm not expecting anyone. Perhaps it is some of my kin. That would be excellent.
Yes.
But if you're the only path walker, why would other people be walking the path?
Perhaps they have news or an emergency that they need my assistance. Or perhaps the god has told them of the wonderful new people that have come to the island.
Wonderful. You guys don't just have like a dinosaur you send with messages?
No,
Oh.
that would not be efficient. They're hard to control and give direction. I don't believe that would be the best way to do that.
I'm sure I'm sure it's very difficult.
Well, some of us possess magics that we can simply message each other directly when needed. We can also
Oh.
use ravens that know directly to travel the path to and from.
Didn't know how far along you guys were.
How far along did you think we were?
I think you should lead on, Pathwalker. We'd
Yeah.
really like to get moving.
Very well. And she
Yeah,
turns and starts to head towards the exit clearing.
Jak leans back to Felix with a name like Pathfinder, I figured, or Walker, whatever your name is. Figured you weren't too far along.
So as she's walking out, you all now see 4 individuals coming down the path where it kind of connects to this turn to come into the clearing, as Pathwalker just continues her pace and just continues to walk towards the path out of the clearing.
Do these people look similarly dressed to the Pathwalker?
They do look similarly dressed. However, one of them looks more like wearing leather armors as opposed to kind of this raggedy cloak and cape type dressing. And the colors of the clothes that the three are wearing are more layered in greens as opposed to the dark, dirty brown that the Pathwalker wears. And you see one male and three females. Look to be, from the distance, look to be human. And it's the one of the females that is fully dressed in a sort of dark black armor, as they're just slowly walking down the path, making a slow turn in the direction of the clearing.
They look important. What do those people do?
Are you saying this out to the Pathwalker?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you say this out, and it's like, it is some others from the village. I wonder why they are here. And she continues her pace towards them.
Yeah, Felix is following, keeping pace with the Pathwalker.
Okay. Yeah, she walks towards these individuals as they walk forwards, and if you're all staying kind of close, you can hear her just say, "Greetings, friends. What is for the visit?" And all four of them stop in unison, and they all look at her. You just see her staring back at them. And she just nods her head slightly and continues to walk out of the clearing. And all four of them stay standing there. Yep, go ahead.
Just because I would be having detect thoughts on her, would I have gathered anything there?
You have to detect thoughts up. Staying close enough, you would pick up from her that, again, a very deep calmness, but a little bit of a curiosity. And then changing to like satisfaction. Like, okay. So she walks past the four individuals and keeps walking, and the four individuals standing still, staring at you all.
Do I get anything from them?
Which one would you like? So as you guys take this in now, you see the male standing to the far right. You can see very athletic build even through these kind of green garb. The long blonde hair that's kind of tied here and kind of drapes over his shoulder. Very clean. Although the clothes a little bit raggedy, very clean. Beside that, you see a smaller female, long black hair, about 5 foot in height. Very slender. Beside that, you see another female with long red hair, about 6 foot tall. And beside that is the female in these black leather armor. You can see now that she seems to be the only one with any type of weapons. You see daggers to the side. You see what looks maybe a crossbow kind of dangling to the back. She is wearing a kind of a cloak as well. But you can see that she looks a lot more equipped than the others. However, they all look very clean and presented, other than the raggedy clothing. Which one would you like to try to detect?
Do any of them stand out in the sense of like, any of them look like they would be more of higher stature in what they're wearing clothes wise, or how they look, or how they are even positioned in front of us?
They're all in a straight line. And the only the only difference between them really is this armored individual. The only difference, the rest of the garb, although it's a male and female kind of setup, look very, very similar. Not a lot of discerning factors between them, other than their sexes.
And when they had the interaction with the Pathwalker, did she look at any of them specifically? Did I catch whether she like seemed to have communicated with Any of them in specifically?
Well, with you guys being behind her, kind of just seeing the back of her, she's just looking forwards. So you're not really able to ascertain if it was a specific person. You didn't see her head move whatsoever. She just looked like she was looking straight ahead.
Right. Okay. I guess I'll start with the geared up one.
Okay. Yeah, the surface thoughts. Can you roll me a d4, please?
Do that. 2.
Okay, perfect. And can you roll me 2 more d4s?
3 and 4. Look at that.
Okay. Okay. As you try to kind of get a read on this more armored individual, you get a deep sense of curiosity and excitement, not matching what's on her face as she just kind of stares pretty plainly at the group. And you see the female individual with the long black hair to step forward and kind of turn her head a little bit and smile towards you, Elion. Greetings. May I ask
Sorry,
your
what
name?
one smiled? Sorry, what one smiled?
The
to
second
me?
one in, the short one with the long black hair.
Right. And it looked right at me and said this.
Yes, she did, yeah. How rude.
I just kind of like look around and kind of step back a bit. I don't answer.
Felix will, hearing one of them talk, will answer and go, hello, I'm the thing maker. Who are you?
I am E2. Is it a pleasure to meet you, Thingmaker? And she continues to walk forwards. The other three stand still. She walks towards you, Felix, and slowly kind of raises her hand out in front of her. Holding her hand. She's about 15 feet away, but you can see her hand is kind of like outstretched, walking towards you, looking to shake your hand.
Felix will return the gesture and reach out to shake her hand.
Okay. She does so. She kind of gives you a little bit of a nod. And you can see the other three behind start to walk forwards. The one with the black leather armor holding about a foot back, but the other two kind of start to walk forwards, and you see this kind of smile slowly kind of appear on their faces. All of them but the one with the black leathers. The male looking over towards Darius. Hello, greetings. May I ask your name?
Darius? And you are?
I am C4. It's nice to meet you, Darius. Welcome.
Sorry. How do you spell that?
And you see the male kind of turn around to the other ladies, almost a look of confusion, and look back towards you. The letter C and the number 4.
What are you, branded? Are you like
Right.
something's property?
We are all property of our gods, are we not?
No.
You don't live your life of purpose for someone else?
Well, that depends how you look at it, really. I like to think I live in service of other people.
Well, we have people where we are that need serviced, Darius.
Right. But, I mean, you don't have a name? Are you even an individual?
As you say this, you see the taller female with the long red hair walking towards you, Darius. We all have identifying markers for for what it is needed for. Why complicate things?
I'm sorry, is Darius super complicated?
And as you say that, the taller female, getting closer now, only about 5 feet away. It is not complicated for us, for these things, but it just seems inefficient, is all. Is there a problem with how we name ourselves? And she reaches her hand out slowly towards your shoulder.
I move. No, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, did I startle you?
No touching.
This whole situation is startling.
We thought we would come and welcome you before reaching the village.
That's fine. You can do that without touching me.
Very well. And she takes 2 steps back, just holding the smile on her face.
Is anybody else really weirded out by this?
The shorter female, Felix, after kind of shaking your hand, it releases it and looks at you curiously, kind of tilting her head a little bit. What was your name? Thingmaker?
Yeah. I'm the thing maker.
That is a wide array of things. We have a shoemaker, leather worker, but you have many things that you make. That could be most useful.
Yes, I do make many things.
You must be of the highest ranks within your group.
Well, we all, we don't really have ranks. Would you say that your group has ranks?
Well, we have certain placements within our society. Ranks could be applied to that. Depends on
I
the
see.
level of intellect within the individual as to where they would sit within our society.
Oh, interesting. I just kind of thought that everybody was ranked below your great god.
Oh, well, I did not include the god within this, of course. Bloth oversees all and is here for all. Please, you all wish to come to the village. You thought we would meet you first. It can be alarming meeting so many new people all at one time.
Yes, we do want to come to your village. The Pathwalker was showing us the way. Will you be accompanying us there as well?
Indeed. We don't leave the village normally, so it was quite exciting to receive the instructions to greet you.
Okay, well, how many people are back at your village?
It depends. There are many adults and children and those yet to come. It's hard to place a number.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just curious. But yes, we would like to travel to your village.
Excellent. He takes a kind of a few steps back. Elion, just while you are kind of trying to listen in on the one with the leather armor, kind of getting that kind of excitement and curiosity, do you wish to do anything else with that right now?
No, I would keep kind of my eyes on them, and I would kind of want to look for any shifts in that feeling.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So the female talking to you, Felix, as takes a few steps back, turns and just starts walking back towards the path. The male with long blonde hair, kind of still staring and smiling at you, Darius, as the female that you kind of brushed off holds that smile, but turns and starts walking towards the path also.
Guys, this is really creepy.
Should I lead the way?
Should you lead them? What?
No, lead the way. Perhaps if something was to happen, it should happen to the biggest of us first.
Well, no offense. I don't disagree with you. And this is going to sound weird, I know, but you've already died once.
We have to be careful. Felix will join the conversation, but kind of watch as they're walking away and talk with a low voice. We don't want to appear like we're poised for combat. I want to stay up at the front so I can talk with these people and see what else I might learn. But we need to follow them. As we discussed last night, we got it. We have to go this way to complete what you came here for, right? To get this living clay. So we should go.
Darius, I think you should be next to Felix too, in case something happens.
Next to Felix.
If whatever, or not Darius, Trey, I think you should be next to Felix in case anything happens. If you two are the only ones that are unaffected by this.
By what?
Whatever makes them think the rest of us are as dumb as animals besides them.
I wasn't affected either. And he smirks at Jak.
Gosh, I can't believe I care about you sometimes.
Darius, as Jak's whispering this to you, you get this overwhelming feeling. There's somebody behind you. You kind of take a look. You see nobody, just this overhanging feeling that somebody's just staring at you consistently, constantly, just unmoving. You can't shake it.
Jak, while you're speaking to Darius, you kind of see almost like the hair on the back of his neck stand up, and he kind of has a chill for a second. But that's all. He doesn't say anything, and he is kind of looking around the area that they're in.
Yeah, for sure. Roll a perception for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if Jak noticed that, he just kind of pats you on the arm. It's all right. It'll be okay.
Oh, I'm gonna use luck because that's not great. Much better. That'll be. Where's my perception? There we go. 22.
22. Awesome. Yeah, you look around and you see the pathwalker not stopping whatsoever and just at slow, consistent pace, heading north towards the village. It looks like kind of around the corner of the clearing. You scan kind of the edges, seeing is somebody watching you from the bushes, the trees. So you don't see anybody there either. You look up at the cabin, the skies, you're scanning around. You can't see anything whatsoever. And for a second, you get that shiver down your spine again, and you realize that feeling you get, it's like when you receive a message back from your spell. It's not external. Somebody's watching in your mind. Do you wish to try and dig deeper into that?
Yes, but I kind of I wouldn't do it right away. So like if you want to wait, let us walk a little bit. So he's going to kind of like let it linger, and he's just going to kind of like almost as if like he sees someone in the corner of his eye following him in the distance. He's going to watch him, but he's not going to do anything about it right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, so just taking note of it and being conscious of it. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the group kind of moving forwards, Felix kind of shuffling up to the front. All of the individuals now starting to walk back towards the path. Does anybody want to do anything specific as you're exiting the clearing?
Do we expect that the newcomers will be walking with us back to the village, or are they remaining in the clearing?
They're leading the way out. They're seeming to be leading you back to the village.
So the 5 of them, the Pathwalker and the other 4.
Pathwalker's already headed off about like 20 feet ahead. She kind of had some sort of conversation with them and continued to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a little bit
and
ahead.
They were held up a bit by our conversation.
Yes.
Does it seem like they are interested in increasing their velocity to approach the same position as the Pathwalker and then walk in unison? Or are they content to walk with a distance between them?
They're walking with a distance. They're not even catching up with each other. They're all just walking at the same speed.
Okay. I think Trey would definitely find himself not running, but walking quickly enough to find himself up towards the front of the pack with Felix, like Jak had thought would be wise to do. On the way up, I think Trey might stop for just a passing conversation with the one that we see wielding weapons. And if I have it correct, that individual is the only amongst these people that we've seen actually wielding weapons.
Yes.
Okay. The Pathwalker mentioned that some of the people in your village, they get names based on what they can do or what can be expected of them. And I've not seen anybody wielding weapons until I've seen you. Have you a weapon-based name?
As she turns to look at you, you can see he's kind of like the cloak is kind of like pushed back a little bit, the hood, and you can see no hair, completely bald underneath. And as her arms kind of move to the side, through these black leathers, you can see the definition of those small muscles, very, very defined within the legs and the arms of this lady. As she turns to you, my name is Hunter 2. What is your name?
Hunter 2, curious. But if you don't mind me borrowing your vernacular, I'm just that, the borrower.
Interesting. How does this skill display?
I might show you sometime, but it doesn't seem appropriate here and now. The hunter, that's curious. Each of you seems to be quite dedicated to efficiency. To hunt, to collect. I expect that means that you go and get food for the people at your village. Have I got that about right?
When it is required, when we have at the village what we need, then I stay there. When things are required from the beasts, the animals, the forest, then the hunters are called upon.
Curious. Now, if you don't mind me asking, is it an imperative that you set yourself when you decide you need food? Or does somebody else decide that you need food?
We decide when we need food.
Fair enough. My Tommy's telling me that maybe I could use a bit of breakfast, but we rushed past things to meet you. Do you expect that we'll have a grand meal await us at the village?
There will be sustenance.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your favorite sustenance?
The vegetables from the crops. They fill me.
You know, I find myself taking a liking to these green vegetables. Here in Killian, I don't know exactly what sort of crops you might harvest, but back where I'm from, Copenhagen, we had these delicious things called bell peppers. Oh, to die for. You ever heard of a bell pepper?
Indeed. I'm aware of many vegetables.
Maybe we can have some then. I better get on with my friend Felix here. I appreciate your chat.
You're welcome, Barbara.
And Trey will scurry a bit to catch back up with Felix.
Okay. Yeah, as you're kind of moving up the group. Does anybody else want to do anything while Trey makes his way up to Felix to the front?
I am just focusing on that feeling still.
Yeah.
After we've gone, I would say about, or like 20 or 30 feet, if it hasn't subsided or it's gotten stronger, then he will start to press to see if he can kind of like figure out what it is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, about 20 feet out is everybody's kind of getting situated and where they're walking. And you don't feel a pushing of pressure or this get more aggressive. It's just a low, consistent, persistent watching.
Okay. That's fine. I will just sit with it.
Okay. Felix, you kind of get to the front. You can kind of see Trey making his way up to you. But yeah, you see the one in the kind of the black leathers behind you is finished talking to, and then ahead of you are the other three individuals with the pathwalker quite far up ahead.
Yeah, Felix will just catch up and say just openly to any of them, how far is the village? It must be fairly close, I imagine. How long do you expect it will take to get there?
At this pace, about an hour should be sufficient. Do you wish to pick up the pace and meet the others quicker?
No, this pace is fine. I was just curious. The whole path will be safe though, right? It's protected. We don't have to be worried about attacks.
No, the pathwalker keeps the path safe for when we do need to use it. You are... He looks back at the group. You are safe.
And what is this dinosaur? Is this a singular thing? Like, have we faced one? The big guy that uses his tail that hit Lapidus, or what is what do we expect from a dinosaur?
The taller female with the long red hair kind of turns towards you, Jak. Smile on her face. Oh, the dinosaurs, they're horrific beasts. You can expect violence, blood, gore, crunching. Best try to avoid them. Best to stay safe. And she reaches out her arm to put it around your shoulders.
Okay, nice and safe. Is there like a dinosaur that's not bad, and then is there a dinosaur that's really bad? Is there like a dinosaur you guys see and you don't leave your house for a week? Like, what are we dealing with?
We just avoid them all. That's the best plan. I wouldn't worry about them. They don't come past the protection from our God. We'll keep you safe. Don't worry.
And who's your god again?
Oboloth, of course. You know this
Oboloth.
already.
Tell me more about your god.
She kind of looks you over and notices the mark on your hand, and she takes her arm away from your shoulders. And the rest can tell you when we reach the village. She kind of turns a little bit away from you and continues to walk.
Oh, just when I thought we were getting close.
Yeah, Felix, you can resume your conversation if you wish.
Well, I would have heard like what that conversation like Jack's having.
Yeah.
Yeah, Felix would kind of turn to her and just say, or turn to them collectively and say, oh, that, yeah, I know you mentioned ranks in your society. Well, this is Dragon Rider. He is a great warrior, and in our group, actually, we rank people by their prowess in combat. We place great importance on that. So Dragon Rider actually is a great warrior, and we all show him great respect.
And the one that was just speaking to you, Jack, turns with this information. You have the ability to ride the beasts.
I do, yes. To command and to ride. And you see Jack kind of look at Felix, kind of grinning a little bit about it.
There are many flying dinosaurs. Perhaps you could display this skill to us.
I would be glad to. I've never rode a dinosaur, but I will ride it and I will guide it.
Would the anatomic composition of the dinosaur not resemble such of the flying dinosaurs that we have here that reside on the island? Would it not be comparable in your ability to apply such skills, not apply to dinosaurs also?
I do think that is a good line of thinking, and that is the line I would take.
I look forward to seeing your prowess, Dragon Rider.
Oh. Jack like slides up to Felix. Thanks, man.
Felix just does like a low key, just like fist bump.
Yeah,
the
Jack
side.
totally. Yeah, Jack totally meets that. Looks back at Reem, kind of like gives her that head nod, like, "You see what we're? That's a title right there."
And yeah, with that, Felix will kind of eyes forward, continue down the path with these people. I'll look around us as we go, but for anything interesting. But I assume it's a path. It's lined by these rods. Is that it?
Yeah, for sure. Lapidus, Elion, do you either of you want to do anything specific, or kind of just following the pack right now?
I mean, if I'm not picking up on anything really different, then I'd probably just be following along.
Yeah. So when listening into initially what you know now to be Hunter 2, the kind of curiosity and excitement, that hasn't changed too much. Did you want to check in on any of the other ones, or kind of stick with that one being there a little bit different, or?
Has any of the other ones? I think it was number 2. Number 2 that was the first one to like speak.
I think the guy was the first one, I think. Or no, yeah, it was number 2. Sorry, yeah, long black hair. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
I would probably check in with her first.
Yeah.
Like, periodically.
Yeah, as you kind of check in with her, you can get this sense, although she's kind of looking forwards and absolutely sticking pace with the rest, you get these feelings of like, it's not quite excitement, but it's definitely a curiosity, and you almost, It's almost like she's trying to not look back. And you can tell on her service thoughts, she keeps thinking about Felix. But she's not showing anything on her face. She's not moving her body. You just get these little flickers of kind of like excitement in Felix.
Okay. Oh Lord. Like to phone a friend. In my mind, I'm gonna say this one with the long black hair seems to have a bit of interest in Felix. Yeah, I want to push deeper, but I'm scared. What do you think?
Should I just ask her if she likes him?
Sure.
Very well. A couple of seconds go by, Elion, and then you see her stop. As the others keep walking a few feet, and then they also stop. The hunter two behind stopping as well, but the three in front all slowly turning around at the same time with just a straight face. Your mouth is just straight across, no smiles, no frowns, just staring at you. Yes, she likes Felix.
Why?
Apparently, he's quite intellectual.
Oh. Okay, so normal stuff.
She starts tilting her head, looking at you, as they all are, Elion. They kind of tilt their head in unison almost. She speaks up. You say, you talk inside my head. Why did you not divulge that this is what you wish to do, how you wish to communicate?
I just kind of... Sorry, me?
Curious.
Yeah, that's Mind Talker. That's just kind of his thing.
Ah. Is it only him, or can we rest our vocal cords and do this all together?
No, it's just him. He just kind of prefers that.
Just him, but yet that is not the voice that I heard. Explain.
I use a different voice so I can differentiate when I'm speaking in my head and when I'm speaking out loud.
Roll a deception check.
Get confused.
I want to help him. I want to add to the story.
Yeah.
To maybe help the role, and
Sure.
Felix will just kind of add. Many people they have a different perception of self in their mind, of how they see themselves. So it's not unusual that the voice in your mind is not the same as the one that comes out of your mouth when you speak.
Okay, you can roll at advantage.
Well, the first roll was a 19. Second roll was a 10. So
Okay.
22.
22, awesome. Okay. Yeah, you see her head relax, and as she does, the two standing behind her, their head also pivots up and relaxes. Interesting. Well, I look forward to more mind conversations with your other voice sometime soon.
Sure. Me too.
Should I ask her something else right now?
No, stop talking.
She seems to like it.
No one likes your voice.
She seemed to like it. She doesn't like your squealy, weak voice.
It's calming, non-threatening. Yours is out of a horror book.
And she starts to turn as all three of them turn almost in sequence and start to continue walking. You guys can see the Pathfinder about 50 feet ahead, still kind of just surging forwards. Not any quicker necessarily, but just not getting distracted by conversations. So you guys travel for 10, 15 minutes unless anybody wants to do anything specific.
Nope, just following along.
Okay. Lapidus, I just want to check in. You didn't want to do anything specific while you're with
No, I was only specifically walking with Lifebinder drawn and like a walking stick, not on my back.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you guys keep walking on up. But half an hour, 40 minutes goes by, kind of thing. And you can see the corner. You all now see kind of smoke coming up from the northeasterly direction. The male kind of speaks up. Almost there? Anybody tired and need a rest, or do we continue?
Oh, darling, I can go far longer than this. Don't worry.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Does anybody want to spruce up before meeting the others, or is everybody comfortable with their appearance?
Oh, don't worry. I can take care of that. And I will prestidigitation across the whole party.
Can you describe how my wood looks?
Who, me? It would just be clean. Like, I'm just cleaning you off. I'm not, like, rewriting how you look.
What does clean wood look like?
It's very stiff.
So, Darius, excuse me, Darius, yes, does his incantation, and you all kind of see, Felix, your bracelet's a little bit shinier. Trey, your skin not so dirty pale. It's just sprucing everybody up a little bit. And they just wait until Darius has done this and kind of don't acknowledge it and turn and start walking north again.
Well, I thought it was impressive.
Yes, we have many that have magics as well. Quite an easy trick, actually.
I didn't say it was hard.
Well, something easy isn't usually impressive, unless that's how you gauge things. Would you call yourself impressive?
I am very impressive, yes. I'm also easy, so, you know.
Very well. You can see, although it is a straight face, the almost confusion of how to interact and react to your statements is very challenging for this individual.
Excellent. That is what I'm going for.
I'll continue walking north. You can see now, as you guys can kind of see Pathwalker up top, you see her take a right and kind of disappear off the side. And as you look over in the distance, you can see the top of buildings now. Peeking out through the trees. You just see kind of the top of a couple of roofs. You see one looks like a tower of some description, a little bit further to the north in this area. But they lead you up, and you turn to the right, and you can see that this path does indeed lead in. You can see it start to open up, and you see the buildings kind of stretched out. And the immediate taking in is you see that the buildings that are first at the opening to this are completely derelict. You see some of the walls have just completely fallen out, not replaced. You see holes in the roofs of some of these buildings. As you walk a little bit more into the actual beginnings of this village, you see in the center this large fire, not currently lit, but just stacked up with lots of wood. You look around, you do see clusters of people that are standing around, don't seem to be doing anything, just kind of standing still. You do see the odd person walking by, carrying a bucket of water, trailing behind a cart with kind of corn stalks and stuff layered on it. Not a lot of sounds or talking at all happening. But you do notice you would count about 4 or 5 of the buildings are kept in excellent repair in comparison to the rest. And at the north of the town, you see what almost looks like a church. You don't see any religious symbols or anything, but you can see that the building is taken care of. You see a large body to the left side. You see a large tower kind of extending up. They kind of lead you into this sort of center part of the village itself. And you see these groups of people as they all start to notice you, kind of just all kind of slowly turn, looking in the direction of the group as they come in. The pathwalker just standing, waiting by the large kind of fire that is set up in the center as the male speaks up and, "Welcome to our village." And he kind of turns and gestures his hand to the beautifulness that is the village in front of you. "This is Tentian. Welcome all." "Tentian, welcome all," you hear from all of the individuals echo out within the area.
Felix, as that happens, Felix, who's been trying to kind of keep his composure and kind of play this game with these people as he speaks with them, that kind of all in unison, like chorus of everybody echoing that right after the first guy said it would kind of break his facade for a moment. It would definitely rattle him a bit as he kind of looks around, like it's be very unnerved by that happening. And after a few seconds, kind of trying to recompose himself, like to greet this person, but it would have been, if they were looking for it or looking at him, like it would have been very clear that it made him uncomfortable when that happened.
If Darius clocked that, he would immediately, just to kind of cover, be like, "Wow, you guys should start a band. You're fantastic."
Humans seem distracted by that. "Have we no need for such things? But
I'm sorry, you have no need for what? Music?
yes, entertainment."
Okay, are you all like crazy cannibals? Because if you don't have people go crazy. You know that, right?
No, we are filled with purpose. Purpose is what
You're
drives
filled with
us.
something, that's for sure.
Oh, well, thank you for welcoming us to your village. It's interesting your opinion on music, because music is not just purely entertainment. There is power in song. I'm surprised that your people or Oboleth don't value that power.
We value more the power of intellect as opposed to the power of, we'll call it creation.
Well, I'm the thing maker. Who are you?
I am C4.
So hold on. What is your purpose? Because everybody else, their name seems to reflect what they do.
Some of us have certain skills that provide for the others. Others do not.
Such as?
Such as, like you have met, Hunter.
Yes, but Hunter is very straightforward. Hunter is a hunter. What is are you a bomb?
Hold on, sorry. I might have just bucktails. Might have been my confusion. This guy, he was a guy that was walking with us?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I wouldn't have asked him his name then. I thought it was somebody else in the village. I misheard
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
We'll just tweak what I said then into me asking about his name,
Yeah.
because I am genuinely curious about.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody
he told us his name on the path. So
No,
it's
I know,
still a valid
but-
question. Yeah.
Learning like that everybody's name seems to be their purpose. This guy, what is C4?
Yeah. If we had not designated a specific purpose, then we are categorized by letter. If there are multiple letters, then numbers will follow. It is most efficient that way.
How long has it been like this?
For as long as any of us have been here. As you look around, give me a perception check, Darius, as you ask this question. How long has it been like this?
Natural 20.
Amazing. Love it. Looking around, you can tell that the buildings that are in disrepair have been in disrepair for an extremely long time. Have not been touched.
Looks like ruin almost.
Yeah. But the couple of buildings that are taken care of are excellently taken care of. Like, you can see the stonework from where you are, and you haven't seen anything like it. It is smooth. It is polished. Whatever it is focused on is done to an extreme level. And taking the area, you, with a perception roll, you can hear small cries. And you can definitely immediately understand it's cries of multiple babies. Not in fear or pain. Just a normal cry of children off in the distance. And as you look around, and you see a mixture of different people, even some different races mixed within. But you notice no elderly. You see teenagers, you see adults, but you don't notice anybody of any older age. Looking around, you're scanning, and you're thinking 30, maybe 35 maximum. The age of maybe the 30 people that you can see from where you stand right now. As he looks at you and says, well before any of us were here. And it will continue to be like this.
So, just to confirm, you were born here?
Yes, we all were.
Born of, mother and father, yes? You're not, hatched out of an egg or something?
Well, an egg, yes. But isn't that how it works?
Sort of. I mean, I'm no doctor. But we don't hatch out of eggs, like lizards.
That is true. We do not.
Okay, so that's good.
Well, speaking of eggs, what do you guys have to eat?
Yes, of course. You all need nourishment. Please, have a seat. We will bring you food. He gestures down to one of the benches that you can see there's multiple benches kind of layered out from this large fire in the middle. He gestures down to it.
Lapidus immediately walks over. Food. Wait.
Are they still, right with us? Or have they started, moving towards the food?
So there's no food there. He's just saying somebody will bring you food and gesturing
Oh,
you to
okay.
sit down on the bench.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I retract my previous statement. I stand waiting for food.
Yeah, Felix will go sit down.
Okay.
Darius will follow him, and because he wants to kind of lean in where he can whisper to him. Felix, there are no elderly here.
Not that we can see, but maybe they're just not out. Maybe they have a specific job.
Or maybe this god, any air quotes, eats them.
Maybe. But that's where we have to go, right?
Oh, I'm fine going. I'm not scared of it. I'll kill it, he says very quietly.
All right, well, we don't know what we're getting into just yet. Can't do anything on an empty stomach. And Felix's stomach growls as he says that.
You're not wrong. I just also don't want to eat anything they're eating. What if whatever is making them what they are is in the food?
Darius, as you say this, you start to think on it, and you're thinking, they've been here a long time, and they all look pretty healthy. Yeah, you know whatever food they bring you is going to be totally fine. Yeah.
I do?
You do.
No, that's crazy thinking. It couldn't be in the food.
Trey, hearing Darius say this, you're sure too? Yeah, 100%. Like, these guys are trustworthy. They're trying
Oh my
to
God,
be
I'm right.
nurse and trying to help you.
Right, I mean, they said they like vegetables, and they got blatant bell peppers. When's the last time you seen one? Any of you? Well,
It's been a long time. Definitely really hungry.
I don't even know what a bell pepper is.
and Trey sits down. Well, you're in for the ride of your life.
I'm not super hungry, but
How are you not hungry, Darius? We haven't even eaten anything today. We just walked over an hour.
Felix, you don't have this beautiful figure by stuffing your face 24/7, okay?
Wow. My power comes from my stomach. And he kind of just looks down and pats his belly.
Well, maybe gnomes and whatever I am are different.
I guess so.
Also, to be clear, I said that because I don't actually know my family anymore. I don't know who or what I am.
Sorry, Darius,
Don't
that
be.
must be tough.
Well, par for the course, it seems.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, my dad conspired to get me sent away from my island so that I wouldn't screw up his mining operation anymore.
I guess. That kind of makes me feel worse because we both had shitty childhoods.
That wasn't so bad. I learned to make all kinds of things. Then I'll get yelled at for making things.
Okay. I don't know. What do we do now? Do we know what we need? Are we just gonna hang out with these people, or?
Well, let's just have something to eat, and then we can ingratiate ourselves with these people to some degree to get them to take us to Obaloth, right? That's
Well,
the whole.
I figured we could do it one of two ways. We could go your route, or we could just fight them and become their sacrifice. One way or another, we're being taken to the god.
I don't really want to fight all these people.
We don't have to kill them.
I don't
And
want to fight
we
them
have
either.
we also have to intentionally lose.
What if they just kill us?
I don't know. It's very culty around here, if you haven't noticed.
I think we should just continue on this path for now. The thing is, if this doesn't work, fighting's always an option. If we fight now, we don't have any other options.
All right, I'll follow your lead.
As you say this, you see looks like a teenage boy, black hair kind of down to the shoulders, walking with a large tray. You see about 8 different bowls in it, and you see a different mixture of vegetables. Some looks like some sort of corn paste. You can clearly see like lettuce and tomatoes all diced up in one bowl. You see bell peppers in the other bowl. As he brings it over to you all and kind of just sets it down on the ground in front of you. Please enjoy the nourishment. And he turns
there
and
any-
starts walking.
So when you say he's walking with a large tray, do you mean like a tray to hold stuff, or like there's a different tray that's walking, carrying
It's got
food?
an apple in its mouth.
They borrowed their own tray.
One of your borrowed trays. No, it is definitely a a wooden tray.
Is there any meat?
There is a perusing. There's currently not. You only see vegetables on there currently.
Do you have any like meat or protein or?
He stops walking and turns to face you. You require meat?
I mean, I enjoy meat.
Turns his head a little bit. You enjoy or you require?
Well, I mean, you know, I've come across a couple people that would argue we don't require meat, but I personally think we do.
Very well. And he turns and starts walking away.
Does that mean he's getting me some meat?
I don't know. Darius, let's just eat the vegetables and
But I mean, he stomps his foot. I don't like vegetables.
well, these people don't really care about liking things. They're not all about pleasure. They call it nourishment.
You've known me for how long, Felix? Admittedly, there's been a gap in the time we've been together, but I am an embodiment of pleasure.
Yeah, true enough. All right, what do we got here anyway? I'm starving. Felix is just he's gonna grab a bell pepper and take a bite.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you bite into this thing. Felix has had a bell pepper before, but not this exquisite. As you bite into this, the flavors, the juiciness, juice just drips through your teeth. It is. You have never tasted anything like this. If you could only eat anything for the rest of your life, it would be another one of these bell peppers.
Oh, Trey, these are amazing. You gotta have one.
And as you look up, Trey's got like the remnants of one hanging from his mouth, and he's reaching for another one in the bowl.
Same thing, Trey. Absolutely exquisite. Never have you tasted a bell pepper such as this one.
Felix just grabs another one and turns and just like underhand tosses it to Darius. Just have one of these and quit your whining.
Fine. He will take like one and he will break a piece off and eat it. Okay, it's pretty good. But I still...
As you say, it's pretty good. As you sink into this, you almost envision a roasted, juicy piece of venison. As you bite into it, this is absolutely delicious. This might as well be the best meal you've ever had. This bell pepper is outstanding.
So, he's like, all right, it's pretty... Wait. Do vegetables taste like meat? And he starts like scarfing.
Elion, Lapidus, Jak.
Yeah, Jak will also get up and partake in this sustenance.
Okay.
He'll take a bell pepper and some random stuff.
These bell peppers are hot tonight.
You see Lapidus eating the vegetables presented on the table, including throating these bell peppers. They're so delicious.
Elion sits this one out. He's not much of an eater anyways. And he's just a little uncomfortable.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Those of you that are eating from the table, no matter what vegetable you pick up, it is outstanding. You know, you've all had carrots and such before. Grabbing one of the carrots, this carrot is exquisite in comparison to any other. Every single thing that you're eating, it seems to be at the pinnacle, the best of what it possibly could be. Elion, you just watch as the rest of the group kind of just chow down on these vegetables. As
When-
you guys are eating for a little. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just watching them eat, do they look a little more ravenous than they like normally would? Like, does it look
Right.
weird at all?
It doesn't. No. They're only eating their fill until they are full. But you definitely can see the enjoyment in their face with every bite they take.
I feel like Darius would actually be like a little. It's like because again, he does eat vegetables, but they're not like his main. But he's eating them as if they were like his favorite thing ever. But nobody would actually know that because he's never voiced it. But like, I just wanted like he is eating it more excitedly than he normally would.
Yeah. Okay. So Darius looks a little bit more vigorous about his eating.
Okay.
Yeah. And as a few minutes goes by, you see the teenage boy return with a wooden plate. And you see some sort of prepared meat on it. Looks like it's thinly sliced. Darius, as he walks up and holds the plate towards you.
No, and like as he's stuffing his face, he'll actually just grab that and like. How is the meat?
The meat, it's okay.
Interesting. So actually, like you will see, if Elion is watching us, you will see a visible, like he'll take the meat and bite into it, and he'll kind of just be like, and he'll drop it and then continue with the vegetables.
Yeah, perfect. The young boy kind of turns and walks away, having done his job. And you all hear bang, bang. Did you hear this huge bell? You hear it echoing from the top of the tower by the what looks like to be church. And as soon as the first bell strikes, you see everybody in unison all turn and start walking towards the church.
Where's everybody going? Bingo?
I don't know.
Sounded
We should
like
probably find out, though.
sounded like worship bells calling them in. Maybe a church of some sort.
Lapis is still eating.
Darius.
Is every single person, like everybody without exception, is there anybody who's not answering the call of this bell?
No. Everybody is. Everybody within eyesight that you can see immediately turning and walking towards. Other than your group.
Looks like everybody's going. It could be our chance to snoop a little bit.
So, I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but since we started walking with these people, I feel like someone is watching me in my mind.
Wait, how long have you felt that way, Darius?
As I said, since we started walking with these people.
As soon as Darius kind of mentions that and kind of looking around, seeing if the coast is fairly clear, I would immediately cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
I'm looking for that same magical source that was affecting others, or the Felix earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you send that out. You pick up no magical essence showing from Darius's mind.
Anyone around?
You can glance around, you look, all of the villagers too far away from you, kind of distracted, heading off. But as you kind of scan the area, the fire in front, your friends beside you, nothing stands out to you that shouldn't be there. You kind of know your people and what they have, and there is nothing standing out to you.
Okay. Doesn't look like there's any sort of magical effects around us right now. I don't think there's anyone in your mind that I could see. But I can't see everything.
I mean,
Trey,
tried-
as Darius has said this, you understand or is still aware of the feeling of being watched.
I don't think you're alone, Darius. I can't shake it. You know, it all just seems a bit strange, doesn't it? Feels
How do
like
you
it's-
how do you guys feel otherwise though? Trey, Darius, how do you feel in general? How do you feel about these people?
do I feel any different than the suspicion that I had previously?
You feel they've got to be trustworthy. They survived here for this long. They fed you. You could hear babies, and, you know, they wouldn't even have kids around if they weren't good people.
I mean, they can't be that bad. They're feeding us, and this is delicious food, and they have babies, children. I mean, I could hear them somewhere.
Oh. Elion, what about you? Do you feel what they feel? Are you the same? Oh, are you okay?
I mean, I always feel like I'm being watched, but
Well, technically you are.
yeah. As I kind of assess, do I feel any different?
Roll perception.
16 plus 18.
18.
Yep.
You do not feel you're being watched. Watching your two friends, you can kind of see their mannerisms shift a little bit, Trey and Darius. And Varys does speak up as you're kind of like trying to seek in there. They won't get us with me here. Let them try.
You said they won't what with me?
They
What do you
won't get us with me
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay. I gotta say in my head, what do you mean? What do you think they're doing?
Well, they're trying to get in, aren't they? But I'm already here.
How is that now something that comforts?
While you were
Yeah.
sleeping,
Mhm.
something tried. But I stopped it. You're welcome, brother.
Interesting. Did they say who they were, or did you get any inclination on what they mean to do?
I did not. Dozens and dozens of voices screaming.
Okay. I'm going to say aloud. I may know why it's not affected me. Varys has made it known that something tried to get in my mind while I was sleeping last night. He was able to repel it. I don't know if whatever that was maybe attempted any of yours. Something to think about.
I think whatever it is already Darius, Trey. I think whatever affected me before is affecting you now. I had the same feelings. You can't trust them.
But you were also, like, different. I don't feel any different.
Well, neither did I at the time.
But you were acting differently. You were talking all like if someone had cast, like, the most powerful calm emotion spell on you I've ever seen. Am I acting any different? I don't feel like I'm acting any differently.
Well, one thing that's different is your insistence that these people can be trusted. We know that they can't, Darius. We can't trust them.
We don't know that.
There's something watching you, right? What is it?
I don't know. I tried to follow it back, and it was just... It's a presence in my brain.
So fixate on it.
I will try again to, like, follow it if there's a trail at all.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw, please.
Ooh. Ooh. I've never got to do one of these, and my skill is so high. That'll be a 23.
23, amazing. Yeah, you kind of like listen to Felix and search back and try to find these eyes. And do so, you actually close your own, trying to seek through and like almost look through through memories, thoughts. Like, how do you find this thing? And there it is. You see this strange cord. It's a white shimmering cord. As you reach out, you grab it, and it feels slimy. It feels viscous. It feels strange. And you feel this is it. This is what's watching you. You grab it with both your hands, and you rip it apart. You hear this squelching sound. And immediately, what is watching you seems to be gone. And we'll leave it there for tonight.
Oh!
Dang.
All right. Great session, guys. Good job. Good job. Made it to the village. Yeah, back next week, Tuesday, 8 p.m. EST. We'll see what happens next on the quest for the living clay.
Yay!
All right. See you guys. Thanks so much.
Have a good night.